Homemade.
Hi, I'm Rita Peterson with Everything Homemade, and we are planting dill today. So I'm going to show you how to plant dill. Now I have my carrot rows are here, and you can see how I planted carrots on another video. My red beets are in the other 3 beds here, and I hope to do these 2 beds when in dill. Now, dill likes light to germinate. It really does. So what I do is I sow it so it's it's lightly covered, but still has a lot of warmth and a lot of light. Otherwise, you're continuously watering, and I still have really good germination. So I kind of tweak it a little bit instead of just casting it. Otherwise, the birds are going to eat my seeds. I'm going to lose too much. So I'm going to plant dill 1/4 of an inch, the same kind of idea as I do with the carrots, even putting though less soil over the rows. So we're going to simply get this bed together. So Orion, listen up, because you're going to help me. Hey buddy?
Yeah.
Who is filming also at the moment. First, you need a row marker. I just use don't twist the camera, Orion. I just use a broomstick, a broken broomstick, to make my rows. You can use whatever you want. The other thing that you need is your dill seed. I have my trusty homemade Orion, got some branches off a tree to mark my rows, and you can see them being marked here. That's just so I know where we did the rows on there, and those will be actually taken out after. Otherwise, that's all you need at the moment. So how are we going to do this? Well, right now my bed here is a bit uneven, so we're going to just take a little bit of a rake. You can use your hands, but I'm just going to loosen up the dirt. And I'm going to leave a little border, so what happens is the water doesn't run away on me. And I don't want a triangle effect. I don't want it to go up to smaller. I want it to be flat. So I'm going to fix my row here, something like that, and you can see here that it's flat on top, and that's what I want. You can also see weeds. And what I found out, don't swing the camera around, Orion. What I found out is that my garden bed has tons of stinging nettle germinating, stinging nettle is great to have, but there is thousands and thousands of plants in the forest beside me. I don't need stinging nettle in the garden. So we need to completely destroy all these seeds. Okay, so just put on pause. Let's get going. So as Orion works the bed here, as I'm filming a bit, what you are looking for is you don't want big clumps in your row. So if you see big clumps like this, break it up if you can, and straighten out your row. Okay, again, you do not want a triangle effect. You want it to be flat, like this, where you have a flat edge where the water is going to stay in your beds, because if you do a triangle effect, good luck in keeping your beds watered, and plus you lose tons of space. So Orion and we're going to work to the end of this row. Orion, show them where the end of the row is. Go to the end. We're going to work to the end of this row and then walk to the next row. Go to the next row. And we're going to do this row. We're going to get them prepped, and then I'm going to show you how to plant your seeds. Okay, so we are ready to do our beds for dill. Now, this bed is done. Orion's going to work on this one too, because he likes playing in the dirt, don't you, Orion? And so let's talk about how we're going to set this up. We're going to set it up just like carrots, actually. Same thing. We're going to take my stick here. Again, remember, you don't want any clumps. So if I see clumps, just break them out. So you're going to take it, you're going to make a row just like this. Okay, but all the way down. Then you're going to go again. You're going to do another one. And I'm going only 1/4 inch deep. I'm not going that deep. Do it another one. Then another one. Then another one where I have 4 rows. And remember, my bed here is the length of my arm. So I can reach all the way here. I can reach my whole row. And I do 4 rows. And the reason why I do 4 rows, one, I can fit 4 rows. The other one, it keeps the seeds nice and neat. And I find that another method you could do with these beds is I can pull all my dirt to one side and cast my seed, but I find it harder to thin that way, and then the seeds all over the place, and I don't know, maybe it's just personal preference, but I just prefer to make my 4 long rows really quickly, drop my seed in, and then go. So again, just mark out your rows and go with it all the way down. So let's plant a starting of a row here. Okay, you got it there, Ryan? So I'm not going to worry about going all the way down. I'm just going to show you guys what I'm going to do. So I start my row. I put my marker in, just like so. I take my dill seed. I remove one glove because I cannot plant with a gloved hand. I kind of look at my row and I go, okay. And then I use the same method as carrots. I kind of just move my fingers and let them drop, just like that. Okay, because getting each one of these seeds, that's just a pain. So I'm going to plant here. I'm just going to hold it over, just kind of move my hands across. So it's not too thick, but it's not too thin, and it looks something like this. Okay, and yes, I'll be thinning my rows, but hey, do you know what you do when you thin your rows? You take your dill and you throw it in the dehydrator, you chop it up really fine, throw in the dehydrator, and you got perfectly dry dill, stem and all. So that's what I do with my extra dill, so there's no waste whatsoever. So I will do this for the whole row. Now to cover it, all I do is put just a little bit of dirt. I just flick the dirt. And you'll notice that this is totally different than red beets. I actually don't even press the dirt on. I just lightly put it over, and that is it. So I will do that for all my rows, and then I will show you how to water it. So give me about a half an hour here. Okay, so we are done planting both of these rows, and so I have my waterer here, waterer can. This is the can that I prefer with, I call it the shower head sprinkler on top, and this is how I water all my rows and for right now while everything's small. So all I do is literally just put water over it when I am done, because it's going to be hot. And normally I try to plant dill when it's a little cooler, but I am a little bit late in my garden this year. So you can plant dill as soon as the ground is workable. Alright, so when it is warm like this, expect the dill, it could take up to 14 days to germinate. The cooler the weather, actually, the faster the dill will come up. So just keep that in mind when you are planting your garden. Anyway, so I will continue to go all the way, and I will do this row here, and then because we are having 23 degrees Celsius today and up to 27 degrees in the next 2 or 3 days, I will be watering this row about 2 to 3 times a day. So just keep in mind, check your garden. This is a critical time when your seeds just got to germinate, and then you don't have to water near as often. Thank you so much for watching. And we'll see you on the next video when we start planting some Swiss chard and some lettuce.